Neon Flowers Waiting for Love. Author, Sam Mac Anh. Plus, Insincere Friend. The flash flashed repeatedly, and the cheers of the fans echoed throughout the auditorium, mingling with the chaotic pulse in my chest. Poor and I have just been named the winners of the Best Asian Series award at the Viral Hits Asian Soft Power Awards 2025. A great honor, an important milestone in the careers of both. But strangely, that joy was covered by a feeling of extreme restlessness and anxiety. Behind the chicken wings, the air is filled with suspense. Pawn was adjusting my collar, and Pgo was checking the microphone. I glanced at Poor standing next to me. He was as calm as ever, his gaze swept over the crowd, the corners of his lips slightly smirking into a familiar smile. He has always been like that, extraordinarily calm in the face of all events, all pressures. It was that calmness that attracted me from the very beginning, and it was also what drove me crazy in important moments like this. Poor, I called softly, my voice trembling slightly. Plus, he turned to look at me, his eyes still calm but a little curious. What's wrong, Ian? My heart was pounding. Here it is, here is my chance. I've practiced this sentence countless times in my head, imagining countless different scenarios. Today, under the bright spotlight, in the midst of thousands of fans watching, I want to say it all. I wanted to break the invisible boundary that had held me back for so long. Plus, Poor, I repeated, trying to gather all my courage. I want to tell you something important. He looked at me, the expression on his face a little surprised. His eyes widened slightly, and his eyebrows furrowed slightly. I saw a glimmer of confusion flash in that gaze, but then it quickly disappeared, replaced by silence. He didn't say anything, just looked at me, as if waiting for me to continue, or as if he was trying to read my thoughts. At that moment, time seemed to stop. The cheers outside suddenly became distant. I could only see Poor's eyes, his incomprehensible silence. I wanted to keep talking. I wanted to scream all I could repress. But then, YINWAR, it's your turn. Let's go on stage. Pawn suddenly appeared, grabbed my hand and Mr. War, and pulled us towards the stage. The opportunity was lost. The words he wanted to say choked in his throat. I looked at Mr. War for the last time. He remained silent, just nodded slightly, and then walked after Mr. Anan. That unexpected expression, that silence, what does it mean? Does he understand what I mean? Or was he merely surprised that I was suddenly saying it at this moment? Thousands of questions swirled deep into my mind, making it impossible for me to concentrate. Stepping onto the stage, the bright lights shining directly into my face, I could barely see anything but the dim faces cheering below. I smiled and waved to the fans, but it was a mess in my heart. War stood next to me, still calm, still wearing that charming smile. I glanced at him, trying to look for some sign, some emotion in his eyes. But no, he still is, like an iceberg in the middle of my emotional ocean. You'll also like 66.2K 2.R, I called softly, my voice trembled. Onto the and the microphone was handed to me. I took a deep breath. Hello everyone. My voice echoed throughout the auditorium. I'm Anan. I am really happy and grateful to receive this award. I say the familiar thank yous, but my mind keeps thinking about Poor. What was he thinking? Does he feel uncomfortable? Or is he simply not interested? I looked at Poor, who was smiling, nodding in agreement with my words. But that smile, is it real? Or is it just a professional smile that he often uses to hide his true feelings? I know he's a private person who always keeps everything in his heart. That's what I both love and hate about him. Love for that calm, deep way, hate that I can never really read your mind. And I want to thank my dearest brother, Wanarat, I said, trying to keep my voice natural, and then handed him the microphone. Poor took it and our eyes met for a moment. I saw a flash of something, but it was too fast for me to catch it. "Thank you very much, everyone." War began. His voice as deep and calm as ever. "I am also very grateful to have Ian as a companion in everything. Thank you to all the fans in general and Muir in particular for always supporting us." Companion. Those two words echoed in my ears as a harsh reminder of the boundaries he had just established. I tried to swallow my frustration, kept smiling, and waved to the fans. After the ceremony, when I left the stage and returned to the backstage area, the atmosphere between me and Mr. War became strangely tense. I wanted to ask him about his expression just now, about his silence, but I didn't dare. He didn't say anything either, just quietly packed up his things. "P. War." I tried again, my voice was lower. "About what happened earlier." He raised his head, his eyes looked at me very directly, but there was no emotion that I was expecting. "Ian," War said, his voice calm and cold. "I think we should be clear once. I know what you mean, but let's just be sincere friends, shall we?" My heart seemed to stop beating. Sincere friend. Those 4 words were like a knife stab into my heart. It's the name of our latest song, the song that I put a lot of emotions into, the song that I think he has the same feelings for. It's ironic. He used our own lyrics to reject me. I felt the blood in my body clot. Shock, pain, and an extreme humiliation. I believed that he also had feelings for me, believed that his unconscious glances and gestures towards me were real. But no, it's all just my own illusion. I try to keep my face as calm as possible. "Ah," I said, in a low voice, "I see. You're right. We're best friends. I just want to confirm. Thank you for being frank." I put on a wry smile, trying to hide the breakdown in my heart. He looked at me, his eyes still calm, without the slightest wavering. I hurriedly turned away, not wanting him to see my weakness. Pawn and Pgo walked over. Seeing the strange atmosphere, they didn't say anything. I quickly packed up my things, not looking at Por again. Getting to the car, I said goodbye to Pawn and Pgo. "Piao Pgo, everyone go first. I have some things to deal with. I'll drive myself home." "Are you okay, Ian? You don't look very well." Pawn looked at me worriedly. "I'm fine, brother." I tried to smile brightly. "It's just that I'm going to deal with some personal matters. I'll be back soon. Don't worry about me." I took the car keys from Pgo's hand and quickly got into my car. Sitting in the car, I felt like the whole world was collapsing. I started the car and drove off into the night. The rain was still falling like diapers. The raindrops hit the car window like my own tears. "Sincere friend." Mr. War's words kept haunting my mind. For so many years together, from the early days of entering the entertainment industry, he has always been with me. Por, who was 4 years older than me, was always a solid support, a guide for me. He made me so much better, taught me how to be calmer, how to think more deeply. I've loved him from time immemorial. Love the way he cares for me in a subtle way. Love the way he looks at me with gentle eyes, and love the times when he's carefree playing beside me like a child. I used to think the times he unconsciously touched my hand when he taught me how to make pottery, the times he was worried when I was sick, the times he smiled brightly when I made jokes. All are signs of love. I was convinced that he had feelings for me too, but he was too secretive, too scared to say it. I've been waiting. I've hoped. I've dreamed about the day he'll reciprocate my affection. But no, it's all just an illusion. He only sees me as a sincere friend. A friend. Just a friend. The extreme pain tore my heart apart. I couldn't see the road clearly. Tears blurred my vision. I just want to get rid of this feeling, get rid of this harsh truth. I stepped on the accelerator, and the car soared in the rain. Suddenly, a dazzling headlight appeared in front of me. What the hell is this? Perhaps, before the confession could be uttered, did I have to go to heaven to confess my sins to God? The sound of car horns is loud and shrill. I tried to steer, but it was too late. A terrifying crash tore through the night. The whole world is spinning, and then it plunges into darkness.